Sharkie Gamer here. So today we're taking a look at another one of these sort of keyboard slash gamepad type hybrid controllers. So basically it's got a keyboard and a gamepad built into one unit. This is made by GameTech, it's from Japan, and it's called the Keyboard Battle Pro Turbo. So this is the front of the controller. You can of course see there's a keyboard in the center of it. And of course the GameTech logo's up the top there. Turning it over, that's your grips, and of course right down the bottom here you can see Keyboard Battle Pro Turbo 2003 GameTech. So first off, with your cable, there should be more than enough cable here, but you've also got two connections. You've got the normal PlayStation 2 gamepad connection, which is basically for the gamepad portion of this controller, and then you've got a USB plug, which is for the keyboard. So if you want the keyboard, you have to plug both of these in, but if you don't want to use the keyboard, you just want to use the controller, you can just plug that one in. Now moving on to the actual gamepad portion of it. So you would hold it like this. The grips underneath give you plenty of room that you can actually grip it quite nicely. You of course can use your sticks. So on this side you've got your right analog stick, and of course it does click down. You got your function buttons here. Moving up here you've got select, start, and analog. So analog will allow you to just switch the analog sticks from analog to digital. And of course in the back here you've got your two bumper buttons, R1 and R2. So you can hold this, you can press those, you can use the stick, and you can get all the function buttons. Moving over to the other side, again, you have your left analog stick, and again, it clicks down. You have a D-pad up here, and this D-pad is horrible. Really bad D-pad. It does work in the game, but it just really feels bad when you're using it. It's too much like a sponge, it just kind of bounces a bit. I don't know, I don't really like this D-pad at all. Moving up, you've got a turbo button, slow and clear. So clear just allows you to clear slow or turbo to whatever button you've actually pressed it on. And of course it's got a couple of LED indicators to let you know if you actually set a button to slow turbo or you've got analog turned on or off. And again on the back of this you have your two bumper buttons. So again you can hold this quite nicely, hold the grip, you can reach that, and you can click those back buttons really easily. Moving into the center portion here, this is where your keyboard is. So it's just a standard keyboard. For this, considering this is from Japan, you can see it's got the Japanese characters on it. But it feels just like a standard keyboard. And of course, if you don't want this keyboard on there, you can just remove it. If you just slide this up, it just slides out, and you can completely remove the keyboard from the unit. And you can see how it clips on. You've got those little clips and the little grooves there that it just slides into place. So if you don't want the keyboard, you can just completely remove it out of the controller and just play with this. But if you want the keyboard on, you can of course plug the keyboard back in and then slide it down into place. So the idea of this is that you can sit there, play your game, and of course when you need to, then you can lean this against your lap or something, and of course type. So it is aimed at sort of those online games where you'll be sitting there playing with the gamepad as normal, and then you go ahead and type with the keyboard. So you can chat online to whoever you're playing with. Now the big down point for me for this keyboard, keyboard slash game board controller I guess you could call it, is this center part here, is it slips up too easily. Constantly when I actually first got this and I tried it, I kept pressing it and slipping the keyboard up. It just slips up too easily that you can accidentally doing it during gameplay. And it's really annoying when the keyboard comes loose and then you accidentally can knock it off. Just like that. So, they could have done those clips a bit better. If you've seen my other video about the Logitech Netplay controller, which is basically looks like this, but it's a slightly different shape. The way the keyboard grips into that, it's actually got grooves and it slides into place really nicely and really tight, and that one never came loose. So, you know, the way they've designed the clips on that keyboard are just better than this one. But it is the same type of design sort of thing. They just made it look a bit different with the shape of it. But it works quite well. It's really easy to use, the gamepad part of it. All the functions, like I said, I don't like that D-pad on this side. But otherwise, it works quite well. You can reach all the buttons quite nicely. It's fairly comfortable to play with. And like I said, you can easily sit this on your lap as well, so you can use that keyboard. So just like that Netplay controller, it's a very good idea to have them both in sort of one unit. And also to have that full-size keyboard, so that if you want to, you know, chat to your friends while you're playing a game or something, it makes it a bit easier too, because you can just do it and you can type just like you would normally do on your computer. Now, if we're comparing this one to the Netplay, I would actually go for the Netplay keyboard over this, just because the Netplay one feels a little bit better. The D-pad's better on that one, the keyboard doesn't slide up as often. But actually, funny enough, I actually like the analog sticks on this one better than the Netplay. I think it's because the Netplay keyboard just shaped the analog sticks a little bit differently, while these are more like your standard rubber analog sticks, more closer to your standard PlayStation 2 gamepad. But overall, I think I like the Netplay keyboard better. But it's still interesting design, this one, by GameTech. And it's got a pretty cool name when you think of it. BattlePad Turbo. So, Keyboard BattlePad Turbo. It's got a pretty cool name. And you can see the keyboard's already popped out. So you guys, that was the GameTech Keyboard BattlePad Pro Turbo. Another keyboard slash gamepad type hybrid. And if you want to go check out that other video of Logitech Netplay controller, I'll have a link in the description so you can go check that one out. So you can kind of get a comparison of the two of them and see if which one you kind of like better. But you guys, thanks for watching. I am Sharkie Gamer. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll have heaps more gaming controller and accessory videos up very soon. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you want to. And of course, if you like this video, hit that like button. Really helps a lot, guys. Thanks for watching.